Right, hello everyone. I'm just going to welcome you to my new boho themed journal, Boho Gypsy. I'm going to call her Barbara Jane in memory of Mum. She's tied up at the moment with a pink scarf. There she is. She has some trim on the spine, and this here is homemade felt, wool felt. We've got loads of jangles, boho beads, beady beads that I've made. There's this one here. It's got loads of charms on the bottom, and this one it's also equally got loads of charms on the bottom. Then we've got strands of wool and silky yarn, and it's all jangly. Now I've got this piece of vintage jewellery. And there we go, on the back. It is a vintage doily. And there's a lovely gypsy picture on the front, gypsy lady. We've got lots of flowers, a bell. This picture has been given to me very kindly by Stella Jones. Thank you, Stella. The book is a very, very thick alligator mouth. I'll just stand her up because a lot of lace, edges. There's the bottom. There she's standing. She started off 8 by 8. I don't know what size it is now with the laces and everything. Can you see there? That's looking down on the top, and that's the front. So shall we have a look inside? There we have vintage style lace, cotton trims. Open her up. On the first page, we've got a chain with lots of charms, handmade jewellery charms. Lots of sari, recycled sari silks. Here we have a press stud that peels back a little veil, and then inside we've got a lovely vintage boho photograph printed out on cotton linen. And that just goes like that with a press stud. Then we've got this next page in lots of turquoise, blue and pink, 4 pearl trim, a lovely boho picture, and lots of sari silks, recycled sari silk trims, and some turquoise lace, and there's edged with lace again. So let's let you have a look. It's all very sparkly. I love sparkles, glitter and glam. The next page, there's creams and turquoise. Another boho picture printed out on linen. We've got lace, we've got sari trim, 4 pearls, a bow, a little bit of lace that covers up there, And on the opposite page is an embossed picture of a tree of life, and it has some sparkles attached, and that is actually a pocket, so I'll just put her down. Inside there is a journaling card, and on the back is from a vintage book, a page from Tess of the D'Urbervilles or something. It just goes in there, edged with lace. And that's that. And we turn it over. We've got a picture of the tree of life. That's a flap that opens. We've got another tree of life embossing there. And then we have a pocket. And inside the pocket we have some beautiful sari trim and a tag and a journaling card. Some more tags, all sorts of little bits and pieces in there. That closes, and then that again opens up to reveal a beautiful boho lady. And there we have a boho symbol, I think it's called a hamsa. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then opposite we have a collage of an owl made up from sari trims, feathers, embossed foil. That's just a little quirky page. Next page. Again we have a pocket with loads of tags, and behind it is a boho lady printed on linen. These are like little journaling pieces. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. That says on there. That's a journaling card tag. A bookmark. And the next page is a veil which is pinned on. We undo that, peel it back, and we've got the most beautiful photograph behind there of a boho. It's a vintage boho photograph of a lady with a horse, and it's behind some acetate to protect it. And then we have sari trims all the way around, like so, and then that goes back over there. We have some sari embroidery on that piece of fabric, and that's just a little pin to hold it in. That's that one. Turn the page over. We've got another spread. This time we've got blues and creams. Look at this side first. We have a crocheted flower there and there. Lace, different laces, all kinds of vintage lace, and a tag which is attached to a pin. It does actually come out if you undo that pin. It's blank on the back. That whole page is full of vintage lace. And there's a little bit of fabric there in the corner from Stella. Thank you, Stella. Now on the opposite page is another boho, vintage boho lady behind acetate, I made all these plaited strings to hang down like she's behind the branches of a tree. This is some vintage lace that was sent to me from a lady in America in a group, a Facebook group. Very kindly sent to me. Next page is purples. And the sari silk there, thank you Stella. A vintage sari Indian trim. I've got a pocket with some journaling bits and pieces. Figaro Designs provided the papers. Thank you very much. The vintage lace is from Randy in America. Stella at Starlight Crafts as well, on Etsy, and Figaro Designs is Etsy. Nicolette from Etsy provided all these gypsy printouts. They're absolutely gorgeous. That's an envelope, and inside there we've got note paper for you to jot down, journaling. Vintage laces, boho silks, absolutely luscious, I love it. And the next page, pinks and creams. There you go, we've got a brooch, a vintage brooch that's been attached to there. Ribbons with dangly beads and buttons. There's a little lace flap there, and then underneath we have a vintage boho lady printed on linen, and it's journaling cards that fit inside a pocket like that. Put them back after, so then you're not watching me fiddling about. Next page, we've got lace, a pocket, another journaling card of an absolutely beautiful girl. On the back we have some more tags. Thank you Stella. Lots of tags in there. And she just lives in there. We've got flowers, sari silk, buttons, all kinds of various buttons, pieces from vintage doilies, and some lace. That's beautiful lace on the edge of that one. And again there, lace, pieces of sari silk from India, pieces of vintage doily, silk from India, paper roses. So that's that one. We're almost halfway now. I think the next page will be halfway through the journal. Yep, this is the middle spread. And what have we got? Let's have a look at this one first. We've got lots of flowers, lots of lace, doilies. We've got a beautiful mother of pearl butterfly. What's a vintage brooch? Sari silk. Beautiful boho lady laces. Sari silks. Sari silks. That is actually, I think, yeah, there's a button and that opens like that. So you've got like a little journaling space and a pocket there, and you can put what you like in. And that just fastens with a piece of seam binding and a button. There we've got a piece of ribbon that goes down the middle. It could be a bookmark there. And this fabric here, absolutely beautiful boho fabric, was gifted to me by a lady called Carol Burnett. Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you so much. I've got a lot left. I'm going to use the rest for another journal, but this is the piece that I chose for this one. Thank you so much. And she said it used to be a jacket. Now I've sewn some buttons on because it came with holes already inside, already made, should I say. So I can undo this, she says, but I can undo this. It might make me two hands. And that peels back, and here we've got a notepad. Actually, if you look, it's like a small journal with a few pages, and I've pinned it. It's pinned at the moment, but that can be taken out, and so that just lives in there with some boho ribbons, seam bindings, etc, etc. So that's hidden behind there. I love little hidden places, so it makes it more interactive. So that's that one. So that's the middle pages. We've got loads of luscious lace on the edge there. And there we go. So that's the middle of the book. As you can see, it's better. So continuing on now, further into the book, we have this luscious purple spread. Purples and blues. I'll just bring it up gently so you can have a closer look. There we go. There is a pocket with a tag there. We have lace, we have a bow with the diamante brooch and a vintage earring. An old earring, purple velvet, laces, black lace at the bottom, and some boho ribbons with, I'll show you, with a bead dangle and the bottom there. I've put it down. And there. Next page, similar colour. There's a pocket there, and inside the pocket we have a bookmark. There's a picture behind of a gypsy lady, fortune teller lady, printed on linen. Then we've got bookmark, we've got a tag, we've got an envelope, little things which opens, and then inside there you've got a vintage book page of Romeo and Juliet there, and more little bits and pieces in there, and put them all in the pocket there. We've got some applique with gold thread, and another lady crystal gazing there in the corner. So, and these are trims from India and some vintage cotton lace. Lots of vintage cotton laces and Indian trims on that one. We'll turn this over. The next page, we've got greens and creams. There we have the lady, boho lady. A background of lace, a vintage doily, applique from an Indian sari, and some boho vintage lace trim there. I think that one came from USA, from Randy, thank you. This page again, we've got luscious Indian sari pieces, vintage lace from the USA, vintage doily, some green velvet, edged with lace again from the USA, vintage lace from Randy. Now this page is mostly blues, pastel blues and pinks. This one is the lady that's on the front cover, but there she's in sepia, here she's in colour. You can just see, bring her a bit closer. She's set on a piece of vintage crocheting lace and all kinds of vintage goodness. Just look at that, that's gorgeous, that stitch work. I wish I could say that I'd done it myself, but I haven't. Next page, that's a brooch, crocheted brooch that's just pinned on. We've got vintage doilies, vintage laces, and the most gorgeous images. Right, this page. Next page is turquoisey blues and whites. I've got traditional Boho Gypsy image there with sort of a sea blue, sea green, greeny blue trim with the doily and the lace. Silky ribbon, tree of life pocket with a journaling card with beautiful image, and some more vintage laces and flowers. And we've got magenta pages, bright pink, magenta pink with black and blue. Here's some homemade tags made from clothing labels, and we've got loads of sari trims from India. Absolutely love these. Again, I've got another tag made from a clothing label. And pocket is made from sari trim. Lacy trims all the way around, and cotton material in there. Next page, was this a real dazzler, this one. You need your sunglasses for this. I don't know if it's picking it up. Just look at that. That was from an Indian sari. Just look at that. It's just incredible. I nearly didn't use it, and I thought, no, you've got to use it. You can't save everything. Just look at that, how rich. Absolutely beautiful. The next page is similar. It's got sequins, crushed velvet, and it's the most beautiful sari trims you've ever seen. And that's a pocket there to put in whatever you like. I didn't put anything on this page because I think it's just so beautiful. Didn't need anything. And we've got to the back now. This is the last page. Again, another fantastic, absolutely bejewelled. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's a pocket at the bottom there. Little pocket for you. Put a photograph or whatever. And that's the back page with some vintage lace netting. And that's it. Turn her over. We have a full vintage doily sewn on. Underneath the doily, the cover is covered with handmade woolen felt, wet felted, made by hand by me, and saved for years. And then I thought, no, we've got to get it used. So the whole journal's covered with this felt initially, the cover I mean, and then we've got the doily, and then we've got this lovely trim here which is from Stella Jones. Thank you Stella so much. And she also provided that image for me, and this little jingle bell. So there we have it. That's it. That's the Barbara Jane. There she goes. Chunky monkey. Look at her. She's quite big, but she stands up and she's soft covered, so she can easily be wrapped up again in this scarf, which I'll do now. And all I do is wrap it up, tie her into a big bow, and there she is, all wrapped up ready. I hope you enjoyed looking at my journal. Thank you very much for spending the time. I'd like to say she took me about 2 to 3 months to make, and I enjoyed every minute of it, and I hope you did too. So thank you so much, and I'll say goodbye for now.